सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परम ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ओम सच्चिदानंद रूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रय विनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नमः। ओम धर्मः प्रोज्झितकैतवोऽत्र परमो निर्मत्सराणां सतां वेद्यं वास्तवमत्र वस्तु शिवदं तापत्रयोन्मूलनं श्रीमद्भागवते महामुनिकृते किं वा वरैरीश्वरः सद्यो हृद्यवरुध्यतेऽत्र कृतिभिः शुश्रूषुभिस्तत्क्षणात् नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। ओं नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओं योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं समस्तदेवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणाचार्येभ्यो नमः। परब्रह्मणे महाविष्णवे ब्रह्मणे सनकादिमुनिभ्यो नारदाय वेदव्यासाय शुकब्रह्मर्षे सूतमहामुनिये नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम श्रीकृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणम् एकादश स्कन्धः मुक्तिरित्वान्यथा रूपं स्वरूपेण व्यवस्थितिः अत एकोनविंशोऽध्यायः। श्रीभगवानुवाच इत्थमेतत्पुरा राजा भीष्मं धर्मभृतां वरम् अजातशत्रुः पप्रच्छ सर्वेषां नोऽनुशृण्वदाम् निवृत्ते भारते युद्धे सुहृन्निधनविह्वलः श्रुत्वा धर्मान् बहून् पश्चात् मोक्षधर्मान् अपृच्छत तान् हन्तेऽभिधास्यामि देवव्रतमुखात् श्रुतान् ज्ञानवैराग्यविज्ञान श्रद्धा भक्त्युपबृंहितान् न वैकादशपञ्चत्रीन् भावान् भूतेषु येन वै ईक्षेताथैकमपि येषु तज्ज्ञानं मम निश्चितम् एतदेव हि विज्ञानम् न तथा एकेन येन यत् स्थित उत्पत्त्यप्ययान् पश्येत् भावानां त्रिगुणात्मनाम् आदावन्ते च यन्मध्ये च सृज्यात् सृज्यं यदन्वियात् पुनस्तत्प्रतिसङ्क्रामे यच्छिष्येत तदेव सत् श्रुतिः प्रत्यक्षमैतिह्यम् अनुमानं चतुष्टयम् प्रमाणेषु अनवस्थानात् विकल्पात् स विरज्यते कर्मणां परिणामित्वात् अविरिञ्चादमङ्गलम् विपश्चिन्नश्वरं पश्येत् अदृष्टमपि दृष्टवत् भक्तियोगः पुरयोक्तः प्रीयमाणाय तेन घः पुनश्च कथयिष्यामि मद्भक्तेः कारणं परम् श्रद्धामृतकथायां मे शश्वन्मदनुकीर्तनं परिनिष्ठा च पूजायां स्तुतिभिः स्तवनं मम आदरपरिचर्यायां सर्वाङ्गैरभिवन्दनं मद्भक्तपूज्याभ्यधिका सर्वभूतेषु मन्मतिः मदर्थेष्वङ्गचेष्टा च वचसा मद्गुणेरणं मयि अर्पणं च मनसः सर्वकामविवर्जनं मदर्थेऽर्थपरित्यागः भोगस्य च सुखस्य च इष्टं दत्तं हुतं जप्तं मदर्थं यद्व्रतं तपः एवं धर्मैर्मनुष्याणाम् उद्धवात्मनिवेदिनां मयि सञ्जायते भक्तिः कोऽन्योऽर्थोऽस्यावशिष्यते यदात्मन्यर्पितं चित्तं शान्तं सत्त्वोपबृंहितं धर्मं ज्ञानं स वैराग्यम् ऐश्वर्यं चाभिपद्यते यदर्पितं तद्विकल्पे इन्द्रियैः परिधावति रजस्वलं च असन्निष्ठं चित्तं विद्धि विपर्ययम् धर्मो मद्भक्तिकृत् प्रोक्तः ज्ञानं चैकात्म्यदर्शनं गुणेष्वसङ्गो वैराग्यम् ऐश्वर्यं चाणिमादयः। उद्धव उवाच यमः कतिविधः प्रोक्तः नियमो वारिकर्षण कः शमः कोदमः कृष्ण काधिदीक्षा धृतिप्रभो किं दानं किं तपः शौर्यं किं सत्यं ऋतमुच्यते कस्त्यागः किं धनं चेष्टं को यज्ञः का च दक्षिणा पुंसः किं स्विद्बलं श्रीमन् भगो लाभश्च केशव का विद्या ह्रीः परा का श्रीः किं सुखं दुःखमेव च कः पण्डितः कश्च कः पन्था उत्पथश्च कः स्वर्गो नरकः कः स्वित् को बन्धुरुत किं गृहम् काढ्यः को दरिद्रो वा कृपणः कः ईश्वरः एतान् प्रश्नान् मम ब्रूहि विपरीतांश्च ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम, श्रीभागवत शरणं मम, श्रीसद्गुरु शरणं मम। ॐ श्रीसूता शरणं मम, श्रीशुकदेव शरणं मम, श्रीभागवत श्रीव्यास शरणं मम, श्रीनारद शरणं मम, श्रीकुमार शरणं मम, श्रीब्रह्मा शरणं मम, श्रीविष्णु शरणं मम, श्रीपरब्रह्म शरणं मम, श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम, शरणं मम, शरणं मम। श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे, श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। ॐ मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। ॐ स्वर्गे सत्ये च कैलासे वैकुण्ठे नास्ते अमृतः अतपि बन्धु सद्भाग्याः मामुञ्चदगर्हिषित। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ श्रीकृष्णपरब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणमेकादश स्कन्धः मुक्तिर्हित्वान्यथारोपं स्वरूपेण व्यवस्थितिः। अथ एकोनविंशोऽध्यायः। श्री भगवानुवाच। हरि ओम। Salutations to Bhagavan Krishna and all avatars of Bhagavata. Salutations to Uddhavaji and all the Bhaktas Jignasus of Bhagavata. Salutation to all the Rishis Munis whose presence made Bhagavata happen. Our salutations to them make them pleased, and when they are pleased, may they bless us with the same inner transformation that we are able to perceive Lord, understand Lord, try to experience the Lord, and succeed in that experiment. So, in this way, through the grace of Guru Rishi Muni, slowly, in every day's effort, in every month's effort, in every year's effort, in every life's effort, whatever the misunderstandings we have about ourselves, that we are Dehendriya Manabuddhi, whatever misunderstandings we have about the world, that it is real, Sukha it has got, from all that we come out, and slowly we near to our own real essential nature. So that is what is the goal. We have to remind every day, and we have to also reinstate that that is our real goal. In this 19th chapter of 11th Skandha, Adbhutam, Bhagavan Krishna is giving answer to Uddhava's Prashna. After he himself gave a lot of knowledge, he asked, Jnanam Vairagya Sanyukta. Jnanam Vijnana Sahitam, then Jnanam Vishuddham Vipulamyataitait Vairagya Vijnana Yutam, then Tad Bhakti Yogam Cha Maham. So we were seeing yesterday exhaustively, like Bhagavan Narayana gave in 4 shlokas the Chatushloki Bhagavatam to Brahma Deva. In the same way here, Bhagavan Narayana, only in the form of Krishna, giving to Uddhavaji also the entire essence of knowledge in 4 shlokas. In fact, both can be comparatively also studied relatively. Almost both are same. In fact, they complement each other and they complete each other. So we saw each one of them. First of all, Narayana Bhagavan, Krishna said, same question asked by Uddhava, Yudhishthirji, Moksha Dharmas, after the Nivrutti of the Bharata Dharma, to Bhishmacharya. Whatever Bhishma Acharya gave answer, same thing I am telling you. Now, short and sweet explanations. In this chapter, we will see for everything. So, first of all, he said, Tat Jnanam Mama Nishchitam. That is the knowledge. It is my final opinion, conviction. And Lord's opinion, conviction is ultimate only. He doesn't want to thrust it on us. Therefore, he said, it is my opinion. As if giving you a chance that you can have your own opinion. But there cannot be any other opinion other than that of the Lord. So, in the Lord's opinion means the ultimate truth is this is Jnana. What is the Jnana? First of all, see all these things that are making the experience is possible. The experience is possible in the outer and inner world. And because of all our upadhis. List them out. All of. Then all these upadhis and experiences which are put together becoming the world is there any common substratum without which they are not there? Inquire about it. Definitely you will find something. And that common substratum, where is its presence in and through all of them? If you see, that is present everywhere. This is called as Jnanam, first sloka. Then what is Vijnanam? From the standpoint of that Vastu, you look at. Then what you find that alone is there. Other than that, whatever the list you mentioned, which you said you are experiencing, none of them are really actually not there. So somebody is seeing snake, another is seeing garland, another is hose pipe, another is seeing the bhuchidra, somebody is seeing a cloth. So five. Is there anything common substratum in the perception of all of them? If you inquire, you will definitely reach to the substratum, the rope there. After reaching the rope, from that standpoint, you look this side. Which will be the thing you will see? There is no thing other than the rope. So the inquiry is from here starts. These are facts mentioned. Now you have to work out in your own uh, understanding because we have wrong understanding and we are holding on to that. So plenty of explanations, logics that are given. Then the two, three basic logics are first and foremost, always there is rope only, never snake, etc. are there. Second is they are not there but still seen. Therefore, it's called imagination projection. Now, where from imagination projection can come? It can't come from the rope, it can't come from the snake, it cannot come from anywhere else. So, then where it should come from? From the perception of the perceiver, that I am perceiving the snake. One example, you take snake. So, if I am perceiving snake, though it is not there, what is the cause of that? To search the cause of that, we have to see the other answer. What is that? By seeing which the snake is going away. When the rope is seen, snake is going away. When the snake is seen, rope is not seen. Therefore, where is the rope is seen, snake is seen when the rope is not seen. Therefore, the non-seeing of the rope or the ignorance of the rope led to the presence or projection, imagination of the snake by me. And I am suffering the consequence. What is the solution to me? Find the rope as it is. All the things go away. In the same way, in the place of snake, you keep all the world of Nava, Ekadasha, Pancha, Trina. All of them are rope sthani, sarpa sthaniya. The snake or the garland, whatever you call. There are three, four examples, but there are multiple things. So for all the snake, etc., what was the common substratum? That's the rope. Here also for all of them, what is common substratum? I, the conscious being in me. Up to this, you have to come with our inquiry. I'm just saying it in the sequence, but each one will have to discover it and accept it. Because every charcha or discussion is happening in the presence of me, the conscious self. अगर मैं ही नहीं हूँ तो कुछ इस सब का मायना ही नहीं होगा और मेरे अंदर चैतन्य नहीं है तो फिर इन सब को मैं देख ही नहीं सकता. In Saddarshanam text, Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi exhaustively explains these aspects. And in the full Yoga Vasishta Grantha, all these are mentioned. These only are the things which are mainly mentioned. So, entire Vedanta starts with, he says, Ramana Maharshi, ki what is Jiva, what is Jagat, what is Ishvara. Now, all of them are idam trayam yavad aham asit syat. These three things you discuss when you yourself are there. Therefore, sarvottama ahammati, shunya nishtha. The uttama is what? First find who is this aham, he says. Huh? Every discussion starts when you are there. First to find you are, who you are, then let us find all other. In the same way, Nava Ekadasha Panchatri are seen by me, conscious me, not the Dehendriya only, the conscious me. ಈ ದೇಹೇಂದ್ರಿಯ ಮನ ಬುದ್ಧಿ also have come in those Nava Ekadasha Pancha 3. So because of I mainly am there, all of them are perceived. Now where do I am there in all of them? You see, wherever you see them, at every moment you have to be there. Like where is the electricity in the bulbs and fans? Wherever they are glowing, moving, the electricity is there. Half of it is done. Now, from the electricity standpoint, you see, or from the Atma standpoint, you see, that is not possible unless we reach there. That's the main challenge. Okay? And that is what the main sadhana. And transcending all of them on the seat of meditation only, before which a powerful logic based on the Shastri Jnanam, wherever logic doesn't work, based on the Shraddha in the Guru, that will be told in the next sloka, we will believe what is said and keep rising above all this. Scientists are trying to rise above all that. Where do they end? We don't know. The Buddhists have risen above that, but they could not accept the ultimate truth's existence. They said Sarvam Shunyam Shunyam. Vedanta says no, there is a fullness. Purnamadaha Purnamidam is there. That Purna Paramatma, from him Drushti, you see his Drushti, all that Nava Ekadasha Pancha 3 are not there. This is Vijnanam. So in the Jnanam, what we are seeing, who is the common denominator, where is his presence? What we are seeing is Nava Ekadasha Pancha 3. Who is the common denominator is I, the conscious principle. Where is the presence of I, the conscious principle is everywhere. Reach to that. From there you look at it. Other than there is nothing there. This is called Vijnanam. Establishing that, that's it. That's why you see Nava Ekadasha Panchatrin Bhavan Bhuteshu Yena Vai Iksheta Ata Ekamapi Yeshu. By whom they are seen. And the one who is Atha Ekam Api Eshu. Eshu means is the one who is common in all of them. So wherever you see them, he is there. Without him, you can't see. So he is everywhere there. Tat Jnanam. That is the knowledge. Now it is only one sentence or 10 minutes discussion. Theoretically we are. But later on, again we don't see the self, its presence. We forget its awareness about it. Even discussion about it. Our entire life will be Nava Ekadasha Panchatri only. Because they are true, they are real, they are givers of sukha, they are mine, I am thine. All these things are so strongly are there in us, carried from millions of lives, including this life up to this moment. They are all called as vasanas. In the vasanas, the impression of the world are there, and also impression that the world is real is there. There are also impressions that this world contains happiness, misery, and also impressions that of all the raga dvesha. ये सारे भरे रहते हैं उसमें थोड़ा full. Therefore, these 2-3 minutes of discussion and analysis looks to be an entertainment only, but more than that, we don't value this knowledge. But the one who values this one, then to experience that state of being, he'll have to withdraw from. That's called Kaschit Dhiraha Pratyagatmanamaikshatu Avruta Chakshu Amrutatvam Ichan. Now see, at what level the Upanishad talks about that. That you will understand when you understand Bhagavata and these topics, these portions. So we are explaining the word Iksheta. After that, Atha Ekam Api Yeshu. He is the one who is in every one of them permeating. Then only he can say that he is seeing everything. This is Jnanam. Then what is Vijnanam? Etadeva hi Vijnanam. This is what is Vijnana. What is that? Tatha, in continuation of the upper sentence, Ekena Yena Yatu Sthiti Utpatti Apyan Pasyat Bhavanam Na Trigunatmanam. When you reach to the Eka, these all bhavas, which are earlier said to be born from the Trigunas, and they maintained, they disappeared, all of them, na, they are not at all there. This is the Mandukya Karika Alata Shanti level. So, the Trigunatma Bhava, which are earlier seen at the level of ignorance, as if they are born, they are maintained, they are dissolved. Continuous Prakriya is going on. Srushti Prakriya is continuously happening. From the Avyakta, the Triguna Karana say, each Jagat is becoming Vyakta. From the Vyakta, Avyakta is an endless thing going on at the level of ignorance. But in the level of conscious self, what happens is these Trigunas and Trigunas expression of creation, maintenance, dissolution of all the bhava will not be there only. Now, to understand this, there is no other way than our own what we are studying in Mandukya nowadays. Unless that portion is understood, this is not understood. And unless we understand this, understanding of that is complete, we cannot accept or say. So here, what is first of all, they are not called as the objects of world. They are not called as having these gunas and they are enjoyable and all. Only one common word is used, bhavanam. The bhavanam here is called as abhasanam is in the morning class. The only bhava and abhasa appearances only. Second is what? These appearances are appearing, staying and dissolving. Utpatti, sthiti and laya. Happening because about the three gunas only. What with the three gunas belong to the Maya. In the self is the Maya there, not there. That last step in Vedantic understanding, which nowadays we are seeing every day, is so crucial. I'll put it in both ways. Entire world is seen. Point one. Second point, where is the world seen? In the chitta. And in the chitta, the seen world is there. Where is the seer? Seer also there only. So chitta alone is becoming seen and seer. How the chitta is becoming seen and seer? Because of its movement. Now, what is manifesting the chitta as well as the movement in the chitta, spandana, is called as Maya. Now, what is Maya? It cannot be explained. But there is something even supporting the Maya, the conscious self. Listen carefully. Then what? That conscious self, when it is rejected, it is recognized. Listen carefully. In its recognition, the Maya doesn't exist there, it goes away. The Maya gone, Chitta is not there, then Spandana is not there, then the Drashta is not there, then Drushya is not there, entire Jagat is not there. The Grahya Grahaka Bhava, which we studied 20 30 slokas back in the Alata Shanti Prakarana, you apply. From that standpoint, you see, only self is there. He is full, ever, eternally present, conscious existence. He is existing, he can never become non existent, he can never become anything other than existence. His pure consciousness, he can never become unconscious or jada, and it can never become conscious of anything else because there is nothing other than it. And it is all pervading and purna. Because of this nature of it, it can never become cause of anything, nor it becomes effect of anything. Therefore, there is nothing above that to be called as a cause for it, nor the below than this to call it as the cause for that, and that is the effect. Therefore, where are all these bhavas? They are not there. This is called Vijnana. After establishing that Vijnanam, be remember careful. Still, for the sake of Vyavahara, there may be staying in the body and doing whatever is required. But this thing neither is valid nor given too much value or importance or reality, nor this thing will affect the experience, the self experience. Now, after this analysis, now this apply in, let us take the case of Gurudev. Now, what must be the state of being of Gurudev? If you understand this and apply, it should match. Gurudev and the saints are in the bliss of the self. But they are seeing the world, they are moving in the world like us, they are interacting and all. That means, for the seeing sake, movement sake, interaction sake, they have that individuality and also the equipments upadhis with them. Yet, and through them, they do whatever to be done. And yet, this thing will not bind them because they know it is not there but temporary appearance very confirmedly and they experience it. Like the father knows he is जानबूझकर हार रहा है बच्चों से कोई गेम में. And also बच्चों को डराने के लिए you put a mask. You that mask neither changes you nor you are afraid of your own that mask. It you have put only to entertain others or frighten others. In the same way, to help others, these upadhis may be used, but they don't have any value given, reality given, attachment given, identity given, and neither of them express show any influence on the experience of the self. If that is not so, then we have to say because he is doing Vyavahara, the Puja Gurudeva is not realized. If he himself not realized, then he cannot be authentic to give the knowledge of the realization as stated by the Shastras. Then where to go? Go to other Guru. Then every Guru will have to teach you, and any Guru teaches you, you say that he has not realized it. Then there will be no Guru to teach you, therefore nobody to realize it. Therefore all Shastras become wasted, all spiritual sadhana becomes wasted. Then the Dvaita alone is real, Samsara alone is here, Karta, Karma, Karma Phala alone is real, then the entire world alone is real. Then entire Shastra, Adhyatmikata collapses. For whom? For such person. But those who have believed that and they reached to experience, for them it is not because they have done it. The small 2-3 places where only faith can lift us to the next level after reaching where even faith is not required. That's the only 1 or 2 points. In the explanation level, the point that you can't explain the Maya, but you can transcend the Maya. Explanation level. In the experience level, it's not that when one becomes Jivan Mukta knows the self, that immediately he should die. No, no, not necessary. His life through Padi is not contradictory to his experience of the self. For us, it is there because we have not discovered it. He has discovered that this play may go on. That's why, even though you know it's mirage water, still water appears. Even though it's you know that it is a shell only, still it appears as silver. But it will not bind you because you knew what is truth. सत्य जाना कि ये मिराज वाटर नहीं है लेकिन दिख रहा है तो आप उसके पीछे भागोगे नहीं. Like every director, when he makes a movie, he is not affected by it. What is happening to the hero or heroine, nothing doing. उनको उसको सेल करो जो पैसा आएगा, he is interested in that only. उनका मतलब उसी में. So these are few 3 things when we clearly understand, then our theoretical understanding becomes complete. Then you have to give total your life, time, energy to live that experience, to live that theory. This is called Vijnanam. And that living Vijnanam theory slowly removes all these 3 things. Abhavana, Asambhavana, Viparita Bhavana. Abhavana is self is not at all there. Asambhavana is it may be there, but I cannot experience it. Viparita Bhavana is to experience it, I cannot give up my Dehadi Tadatma. It appears to be so strong. And as it is said, the strongness, which we call it as Maya, and even the Devatas or other Shaktis will test us so much. Like before giving you the IAS post, how much tough tests that are done in the groups level, exam level, interview level. All those interviews are done not to reject you, but to see whether you are qualified for the year. When you are qualified, you are given the job. Same way, variety of tests will come from the Maya and all, especially at the level of Viparita Bhavana. What is Viparita Bhavana? Theoretically, you say, I am the pure conscious self. But practically, we feel we cannot live without Dehadi Tadatmya. Theoretically, we say Jagan Mithya, but practically, we feel it is impossible without the objects of the world. It is a Viparita Bhavana. It goes on behind us till we expand ourselves in that surrender and devotion that Ishvara really who is all powerful removes that Maya. Either you do that or yourself intensify your contemplation meditation 24 hours a day. Like a fully healthy wanted to be person, 24 hours of the day he should be aware of what he is taking, either food or the waters, how much is walking, how much is talking. You know, those women, especially the senior artists and all, they're so conscious about every aspect of them. They know if somewhere their body doesn't cooperate or if the body not maintained, then they can't put steps, they can't dance, they can't walk, they can't do the dialogues, as expected. The director, they are removed and others are taken. So they are absolutely conscious about when they are offered a coffee, how many calories they say. No, the 200 calorie. No, I'm allowed only 70 calorie. Therefore, they remove 130 calorie coffee from that. Only that much they drink. Their mind wants it to drink. But then they know it. Mind, they are the yogis actually. So to the sleep. They feel like sleeping about 8, but they know if they don't get up at 6 and 6 to 8, they don't do their exercises, they cannot keep their activeness, dynamism, which is required. If they take the singers also, daily those 4-6 hours, if they don't sing, then this unused atrophy की तरह the गला बैठ जाएगा या राग वगैरह मिस हो जाएंगे या concentration चला जाएगा या और all in all most important is your mood goes away. Like 1 week if you don't come to class, your mood or your trend or your nature or your habit goes away. Again it takes 3 days for you again to come back and tune. Therefore, those singers every day they do, and they are more conscious. उनका जीवन पूरा गले के ऊपर आधारित है. Therefore, they don't take any spices. They don't take any sticky things. Anything they take immediately they wash mouth, gargle, and see that the throat is available for singing. All of them, the news readers कहो, even the dubbing करने वाले artists कहो. I gave the 100 example which you may know more than me, only to say that in that way, every moment, 24 hours, I must only live my conviction that I am the pure conscious self. So remaining only as conscious self, remaining as pure existence, not identifying with the expression of existence in the form of any nama rupa, not identify with the consciousness when it becomes knower and tries to know the thing. इन किसी को मौका नहीं देते हुए निरंतर आप ध्यान में बैठते हो, then that longevity of sitting for dhyana more and more frequently at that level, that great dhyata, except once in a week for some food or water, you will never get up from that dhyana. That way intensely when it is done, then the theory becomes experience, then goes away. This you do from your side. Or else you pray to that Ishwara and all, Daivi Hesha Gunamai Mamaya Durataya Mamevaya Prapadyante Maya Metam. There is Ishwara, when you surrender to him, he will remove the Maya, that you can go. Now, how do you accept the power of Ishvara's presence or Maya? Just like you have your in every activity of yours, some work you cannot do, and there is somebody who is greater than you who is helping you. Is it not? In the childhood of 4 months, 5 months, we could not walk. But mother was there to lift. So somebody was there. Till the age of 14, 15, I never know cooking. Again, the mother was there to cook and give. And till certain age, I couldn't go to school, college. Therefore, the bus was there or auto wala was there to take. So everywhere, wherever I was needing something, there is somebody higher than me who is guiding me. So when I go to school, college, physics, chemistry, I don't know, but there is a teacher to teach. Whenever I have physical health problem, how to solve it, I don't know, there is a doctor to guide. Hygiene. Everywhere there is somebody or not. Or whenever we have problem, there is somebody who is higher than me to help. In the same way, in the case of the spiritual problem of Maya, there should be, there will be, there must be, definitely there is somebody who is a Maya Pati, in whose help the Maya can go away. Like Shastra, I can't understand, but Guru is explaining me. ABCD I can't, but a teacher is teaching me. Driving I don't know, but there some experts are teaching me the driving. सब जगह पे मदद मिल रहा है कि नहीं? मदद दोनों तरह का, टीचिंग वाला मदद होएगा, ये ले जाना है. Somebody will teach you the driving, and somebody himself become driver and takes you if you pay money. So when you want to learn driving, the Ishvara comes as Guru. When you want the driver, Ishvara himself comes. Comes and remove that Maya curtain. We have to accept the presence of the Lord. Either see, I don't know how to reach to self. Somebody must be known there to teach me. That's called Guru only. Whose expression is the Guru? Is the Ishvara's expression only. And I don't have Guru, but somehow I cross Maya. How? The Ishvara helped and removed that curtain. How he does it is his jadoo. It has been happening from time eternity, from the creation onwards. In the case of millions of, just like Jignasus became Jnanis, Bhaktas also become Jnani by the grace of Lord. That Bhagavan told in Gita, etc. He tesham satatayuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena maupayante te. Now, in case of Arjuna and Uddhava, you can see both. Lord himself came and Lord came as the Guru. So, as a Guru, he taught them outside, and when we were doing meditation, as a Bhagavan, he entered into both of them because they invoked him as their God, but he removed the curtain also. एक गुरु के रूप में उपदेश दिया, एक भगवान के रूप में और माया का वो कर्टन को भी निकाल दिया. सो बोथ ऑफ देम गॉट द एक्सपीरियंस. सो ईश्वर भक्ति से हम इस विपरीत भावना को पार कर सकते. असंभावना भावना टू सम एक्सटेंट वी कैन रिमूव. Abhavana can be removed because, yeah, there must be something here beyond. When the example of Jagra, Swapna, Sushupti are given. Asambhavana will also be behind us. For we don't want to leave the world and our inability. But Viparita Bhavana, even you accept the Asambhavana, removed, Sambhavana ko accept कर लिया आपने. Bhavana means truth is there. Sambhavana is it can be realized. Both are there. But when it comes to practice, Viparita Bhavana. You have to struggle, struggle. Only those who are trying, they will know how much is the struggle. You know how many millions, billions, and trillions of jivas are on the struggle of removing Viparita Bhavana. They are struggling. They are holding on to some guru, some devata, some Ishvara to help them. And those Ishvara guru helping them, little they grow in one life, little they grow in another life, little, like that. It's like you go to Jai Mata Di. You are not the only one, hundreds and thousands. Those are darshana and coming back. Those are now in the line at the last moment of darshana. Some people are there quarter kilometer away, some are half kilometer away, some are even behind us also. Mata Ji ki kripa se. Each one is wanting the bliss only. Some is seeing the bliss through money, some are seeing the bliss in the health, some is seeing the bliss in the welfare of their children, somebody in this profession, somebody in name and form. Some of them are there who want that bliss of devotion. तो वो और ये था माम प्रबद्धन्ते तान तथैव भजाम्य हम उस लेवल के कष्ट को माता रानी निकाल रही है. If you and I go for all these trips asking only one thing, remove these three abhavana, asambhavana, parita bhavana, make me experience myself, that grace will come. That's how when you read any shastra like Bhagavatam, in connection with other shastras like Gita and Upanishads, then it will be completeness. Now for that you have to go through all of them. एक जिंदगी उसके लिए spend करना पड़ेगा. तो अगले जिंदगी में मुझे कोई पैसे का किसी का जरूरत मतलब कमी नहीं होना है तो in this life do so much punya, the next life you have no problem, somebody will take care of you and you engage in this deeper study and upasana. If that punya is not done, then you have to work and earn. When you're tired and working and ending and getting tired, you will never have time or interest to study Shastra. Like millions are there. Some are there after retirement when they get full bonus or that pension. Even then they don't come. That is their daurubhagya. They are most stupid people. Unfortunate. I am saying stupid in my own way. I'm not abusing you. Such a beautiful life of post-retirement. You should apply only for sadhana as much as possible. How much you have done 100%, that we don't question. Have you trained sincerely, genuinely? That's what. That's also subjective. Without doing anything also to shut my mouth, you can say, am I कर रहा हूँ? अब वो तो मैं cheating होगा वो. You should satisfy yourself. You are able to do whatever the ability you have, you are doing it. If you are satisfied, it's okay. Or else wasting the time is not only wasting time this life, next life also. So all that put together. So here the jnanam is the consciousness alone is permeating everywhere. Vijnanam is that conscious self alone is there, other than it, nothing else. Neither trigunas are there, nor the combination modification of there, nor the Nava Ekadasha Pancha are there. Actually, they all are again and again used as Abhasanam or Bhavana. Like the movie. All of them are Abhasa and Bhava. They are the Bhava in the mind of director, and through all the electrical aspects and all, it has been projected there as Abhasa. When it is the bhavana in his mind, bhava, that time also they are not real. When they are expressed as here abhasa, that time also they are not real. Means what? If that hero is standing on the weighing machine and it is shown 67 or 75 kilos, that 75 kilos is abhasa. He is not really having any weight because he is not there really. If his height is 179 centimeters. No, it is not true. It's an abhas. And if his chest has got 80 centimeters, it's an abhas. He is very fair in complexion, abhasa. Dark in complexion, abhas. देखो कोई पका नहीं है तो फेयर इन कम्प्लेक्शन एंड ज्यादा पक गया तो काला पक्का पक गया तो इंडियंस neither too black nor too white well baked too much baked is all negroes unbaked are all westerners Indians correctly baked just like that they say is it not भावाना एज ए कार तो कार का टायर पंक्चर हुआ तो टेस्ट स्टेपनी लगा रहे पंक्चर भी भावा है स्टेपनी भी भावा है जैक लगा के उसको लगाना वो भी भावना है पेट्रोल इज ओवर आई pushes it then giving money and seeing the reading and putting the petrol they're all bhava only none of them are real appearances imaginations and in today's yesterday's and tomorrow day after this 4 days class in Mandukya we are seeing that just like in the dream or in the movie all our appearances not real the topic started with alata shanti just like alata bhavas rujuvakra are not real so too in the jagrat they are not real but like when you are in the dream you took them as real so too in the waking you are taking them as real so the relation in the dream they explain is what in the dream you take them as real but the reverse is the actual thing you take them as real therefore you are in the dream you take them as real therefore you are in the dream how do you say that because when you wake up you are not taking them as real therefore dream is not there here also in the waking you are taking them as real actually you are taking them as real therefore you are in the waking world then what to do like you did with the dream take them as unreal the waking goes away then you get awakened to that fourth state Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and then clarity in my understanding, in our understanding. So ज्ञानम विज्ञानम बता दिया ना तो ये तद एव ही विज्ञानम न तथा येन यत् स्थिति उत्पत्ति अपियान पश्येत भावनाम तृणात्मनम so other than the self no other bhavas are there trigunas so because of tamoguna the nidra avastha sushupti purusha because of rajoguna swapna avastha swapna purusha because of sattva-guna jagrata avastha jagrat purusha jagrat purusha is vishwa technical name tayasa is swapna purusha then sushupta purusha is prajna these three put together is jiva in the pure self none of them are there so soyam atma chatushpat but turiyah sa atma savigneyaha so jnanam vijnanam takes time you have to give time how to do all that also explained today's class is to be worthy of listening once more every one of us एक बार दो बार सुनो थोड़ा सा डेप्थ आएगा हो गया what is jnanam knowing the self alone is all permeating then only things are seen at the vijnanam level self alone is there actually none of them are there in the ignorance of self only they appear in the knowledge of self they are not there when you know the rope snake is not there when the rope is not no snake is there rope remains, snake never. But whoever are not seeing snake, rope, they are seeing snake and bound. Among them, whoever are seeing rope, for them the snake is going away, they are liberated. So the Bahutva is in the Baddha Mukta Purushas, Baddha Purushas. But Mukta Sthiti ek hi hai. Once you know the same rope as rope, for everybody rope is rope. But in the absence of knowledge of rope, for somebody it is snake, for somebody it is garland, etc. etc. अविद्या के अलग अलग एक्सप्रेशन है बट विद्या एक ही होता है ट्रुथ इज वन फॉल्स आर मेनी अनट्रुथ्स Now, I explained again, etat eva hi vijnanam na tatha ekena yena yat sthiti utpatti apyan bhavan pashet trunatmanam. That is vijnanam, where having established in this one without second conscious existing self. Other than that, neither Maya nor Trigunas nor the bhavas which are expressed from the Trigunas, which we termed earlier as the creation, maintenance, and dissolution. सृष्टि स्थिति लय नामक ही नहीं है कुछ. Never ever was the pot born in the mud. Leave the mud just like that. Million years, there's never a pot made in that. You, some individual who have some utility, then you imagine the pot in the mud. That's it. But mud has no problem whether it is as a clay somewhere fallen, whether it is as a lump somewhere, whether you put it as on the wheel, whether you ghuma ke wheel ko make it appear as water. For that the mud is flexible. उसमें कोई चिंता नहीं बिकॉज जैसे भी मैं ही हूँ दे कांट चेंज मी दिस ignorance jiva only or the one who wants the pot only imagining pot in the mud adding water to it putting it on the wheel moving the wheel using his hands giving a shape calling it and giving a name is it not then he to make two parts he makes different shades that is different this is different then three more makes bigger than this then he says they are big these are small then he'll fix more price for it less price for it when you ask him why he says इसमें 5 liter पानी इसमें 3 liter पानी everything appears to be real but from the mud standpoint none of them are there and there's no end once he starts seeing the things in the pot imagination in the mud then and there's no end in the designs of the parts then for the sake of competition or sales he will put colors he'll put designs he'll make variety of things आप उसका अंत ही नहीं है in the same way once from the self we fall down to the level of creation there is endlessness to the creation you can imagine so many variety of creation endless you can create or imagine creation not real huh? You can imagine the earth these 9 planets how you can solar system the galaxies the milky ways all that you can imagine so too the Svedaja, Andaja, Jaraja, Udbija, you can imagine all types of creation and you can call चौरासी लाख 85 लाख कोई अंत नहीं है उसका किसने कहा 84 लाख वो एक्सेप्टेड हो किसने गिना उसको कितने एक्सटिंक्ट हो गए होंगे कितने नए जीव आ गए होंगे बिकॉज द जीवास given body depending on their vasanas if the vasana demand a particular expression of jiva they'll be born भगवान ब्रह्मदेव को कोई क्वेश्चन डाउट नहीं बनाएंगे वो like Narayana had no objection to come as Matsakurma Varaha and a half lion half human also because the work is to be accomplished. No, it's all very sublime, deeper analysis. इतना हमको जानना है become absolutely alert and conscious and say that these are the Navayikasya Panchatrina. All of them are seen by me and I am permeating everywhere. I alone am there, they are not there. It is called Jnana Vijnana. First theoretical, then sadhana, then meditation, experience. But that will never happen because of a tremendous amount of vasanas, the habits. Then the value is given to the world. Is it not? The asakti is kamana. आता अब पता चल रहा है आपको कि why these are all said to be obstruction. Therefore, we have to give them with viveka and vairagya. Give them up. अब पता चल रहा है और कोई भी बंदा इन सबको वैल्यू देते हुए विदाउट विवेक वैराग्य he may try millions of lives but he will never be able to it becomes subtle because just like even a little thing of the dream you hold on to you can never wake up to wake up the only condition is everything of the dream you have to give up so to everything of the waking you have to give up then only awaken to the self and these things when you listen 10 20 times then we become matured in understanding oh this is the goal to be reached this is the problem I am in the problem is in variety forms So to each of these problems, from these are the solutions. So through Karma Yoga, this is done. Through Bhakti Yoga, this is done. Through Ashtanga Yoga, this is done. And then after the setting done, now with the help of Jnana Yoga, this is how I to do deepest Vicharana. In the deeper Vicharana itself, very sublime samskara, vasana, abhavana, viparitavana goes away. And when it is continued along with the insistence that I am the self, I am the self, I am the self, slowly I reach near to it, then suddenly one day the experience happens. Then that experience you have to establish it. निष्ठा कहते हैं उसको. So आत्मज्ञान, आत्मध्यान, आत्मबोध, आत्मनिष्ठा. आत्मज्ञान क्लास में दे रहे हैं. आत्मध्यान you have to do. आत्मबोध it will come. आत्मनिष्ठा again you have to establish. आत्मनिष्ठो भवत्व हो गया. Now third way of this self being told from the standpoint again of creation. Very interesting. This is also our sixth mantra of Advaita Prakarana of our Mandukya Upanishad. Same ditto. Little difference is what? There it spoke about the Dvaita's absence. Here it is spoken about the presence of Paramatma. What was it there? Adav Anteja Yat Nasti. That which was not there in the beginning or end. Vartamane Vitatata. In between Vartamana also, it is Nasti only. So they spoke about the Nastitva of the Dvaita. Because that was the topic there. Here क्या है? परमात्मा का स्थापन हो रहा है. इसलिए आदव अंतव च नास्ति is not said here. आदव अंतव च yes asti. What is there in the beginning and Paramatma only? But in between what is seen, Jagat, that also Paramatma. There, in the beginning and Jagat was not there. In between also appearing but not there. Jagat or Dvaita. Here, beginning and Paramatma is there. In between, as if Jagat is appearing, but Paramatma is not there. No. Jagat bhi nahi hai. In between also Paramatma alone. Here, Paramatma astitva ke dwara Dvaita removed. There, the Dvaita nasti ke dwara Paramatma established. In both cases, Dvaita nasti, Paramatma asti. Ekameva Dvayam Brahma asti. That is the goal in both mantras. So, Adau ante cha madhye cha. आदव बिगिनिंग अंते एंड मध्य च. मध्य क्या हो रहा है? सृज्यात सृज्यम यद अन्वियात. सृज्यात सृज्यम यद अन्वियात पुनः तत्प्रत संग्रामे यत् शिष्येत तदेव सत्. See, the same mantra in a Chatushloki bhag. Ahameva asameva agre na anyad sat asat param paschad aham. Yadetaccha yo avashishyata so asmi aham. Toward the end also I am there. Toward the end means in between things when they go away. The appearances when they go away. So what is the main word here? Srujyat Srujyam. Srujyat means the creator. Who is creator? Maya only. The created Srujyam means the entire world. Why the Maya also is called as created, though it's a creator of the world? Because that Maya has, without Paramatma it can't exist. It also is a temporary appearance. By giving the Srujana Shakti to the Maya, Paramatma is the Srishtikarta, that is rejected. It is Maya. But Maya cannot do without Paramatma. Maya Adhyakshena Prakriti Suyate. In Paramatma, Maya is not there. Therefore, in that the Srishtritva is not there. Therefore, the entire world is not there. And all in all, one of the biggest thing you have to take home from last 3-4 days classes, today's class, tomorrow is, the entire thing is how much our real they appear, solid they appear. You may contact them with the senses and experience, but carry home that they are only bhava. They are only abhasa, not real. They are only appearances. Appearances. There are appearances in your perception also. There are appearances there also. Like on the tree, the rose appeared. But next day it is not there. When the rose appeared, when I am seeing, it is appearing. When I don't see, it is disappearing. In the rose again, When it's a bird time, different color appeared. When it is blossomed, another color appeared. When it become dried, in another color. ये पूरा मुरझ गया तो दूसरा कलर. So what about every color? Appeared and disappeared only, no? All of the thing. Bud appeared, bud disappeared. Flower appeared, flower disappeared. In the flower, colors appeared, disappeared. Fragrances appeared, disappeared. Therefore, they are appearance, disappearance only. They were not there earlier, they are not there later. Now, the perceptions also appearance only. It sounds. They appear to the ear, then they disappear in a moment's time. To the mind, the thoughts. They are appearing, they are going. To the intellect, the ideas. They are appearing, they are going away. Which idea is staying always in the intellect? नया नया आ रहा है जा रहा है. No, because we don't have this knowledge, we are in an ignorance that they're all real. They are every moment by changing, proving that we are not real. Don't hold on to us. If it is real, it should stay all the time same. If not so, if it is changing, it is only appearance. And the appearance time, it takes different shapes. To the peak level, it goes. And in the process of disappearance, again it changes the shapes. Like the child born, we say, child appeared. And peak level is up to age of 40. Appearance. From 40, the disappearance starts. That time, another type of changes appear. Finally, he disappears. Who is he? Our own Deha. Dosti. Appears, disappears. Dushmani. Appears, disappears. Pyar. Appears, disappears. Attachment. Appear, disappear. A sweet. Appeared on the tongue. After some time, disappeared. कुछ भी टिक नहीं रहा. टिकेगा भी नहीं. टिकना भी नहीं चाहिए. टिकेगा तो सड़ेगा वो. और दूसरे चीज मिलेगा नहीं हमको. how much ever amount of makeup one does. शादी में देखो परसों किसी की शादी का मुझे आई वाज आस्किंग कि इसकी लड़की का शादी था वो कहाँ गई लड़की दूसरे का कर रहे हो क्या नहीं स्वामी जी वो वही लड़की है इट इज नॉट देयर इतना उसको मेकअप जून कब क्या दिसंबर कब तक कर दी है मुझे तो पहचान ही नहीं हुआ बट विल शी बी देयर लाइक दैट एवरी डे द फर्स्ट थिंग इज व्हाट शी विल वॉश ऑल दैट एज सून एज द चांगम शी विल बी नॉर्मल ओनली appearance. So adau ante cha madhye cha. In the beginning, in the end, in between also, one truth only there. In the beginning, kala mein hi srujyat srujyam yat anvyat. Because of Maya, something is created. But even in that Maya, some appearance of forms and names, yad anvyat, what is that permeating in and through? Is that only. And that as if it is bound and feels like getting released when the appearances go away, when the effect of Maya goes away. That's called as Punaha Tat Pratisankrame. So in beginning, it's a gold. End, it's a gold. In between, ये goldsmith हो या आप हो, आपके मन में आलोचना आया कि to make it an ornament. At that time, Srujyat. What is Srujyat? The goldsmith or your own mind. Srujyam is the ornament. But when the ornament is made from the gold, Anviyat, what is there in that? Gold only. But Puna Pratisankrame, when that form of the ornamentation is gone away, Yat Shishyata, kya rahega usme? The gold only which is always there. It's only our vision that we give value to the appearances, that we forget the self which is permeating in that. If you attend to the thing, the gold itself, ornaments are not seen. But we'll never attend to the gold because we are interested in ornaments. So, what is therefore a very important thought in spirituality? Even though it is binding, still we give importance to the appearing names and forms. Therefore, we are not able to see the reality which is permeating in and through those names and forms. The moment we devalue the names and forms, the importance, they are no more. What is there is self? All ornaments melted, taken the gold, put it in the locker. This is called the Vedantic high principles. We only are suffering because of that. And we only have created or imagined. Still, we don't want to give it up. When the suffering goes to a peak level, then we understand there's no other way than to give them up. Then the vairagya comes for them. When you start leaving them, then the truth starts revealing to us. Either the desire to seek the truth, or the desire to seek the eternal happiness, or the desire to come out of this dukkha. Any one of them will make us go away or give up all the appearances. Then only that which was appearing, the self is revealed. आदौ अन्ते च मध्ये च सृज्यात् सृज्यं यदन्वयात् पुनस्तत् संक्रामे यो वशिष्येत् यो यत् शिष्येत तदेव सत्. That alone is reality. Now, how many times the Guru will have to tell us this logic? How many times we have to listen from him? How much we have to start going into that mode of contemplation, deep, then involve in that. अब पता चल रहा है ना क्या है श्रवण, क्या है मनन, क्या है निधिध्यासन. And to do these things, how much we have to have the stability that the mind and body are not pulled into worldly objects and things and beings and all. So for that, how much intense vairagya required, how much zeroification of the vasanas required, how much the chitta indriyas are withdrawn, controlled from their habits. If you don't remove the vasanas, they will push you. If you don't give up the habits, they will push you. If you don't give up the objects with your tendency or desire, they will not give up, they will pull you. With that pulling, where will you sit for meditation? For many people, the spirituality is a khayal for the entire life. Every day they think about it, that the entire life is spent without practicing or going even one day. जस्ट लाइक यू एंड आई एवरी डे वी टॉक अबाउट मेडिटेशन. कब बैठते नहीं, क्योंकि उसके लिए जो अवकाश चाहिए अभी आया नहीं हमको. Is it not? We are at this level, others are at that level. And all depends on, do you want to grow spiritually? Basic thought question. Do you want to recognize your inner liberating actual original self? If the answer for this affirmation, yes, then these are the things you have to do. You want health, doctor, yeah. Then this is the medicine, this is the food to be taken, not to be taken. These are the cares. Follow them, you get it. Everywhere, conditions apply. Conditions apply. Anything you buy, conditions apply. Any ad you see, condition. Any job you have to join, conditions apply. Anything in the world you have to gain, conditions apply. So too when you have to realize the self, conditions apply. And the conditions there are deconditioning. You recondition, that is a condition there. Excellent. Now the last sloka in the Jnana Marga, Jnana portion. That Shruti Pratyakshamaithi Hyama Anumanam Chatushtayam Pramaneshu Anavasthanatu Vikalpat Sa Virajyate. So, Vikalpat Sa Virajyate. Okay. Shruti Pratyakshamaityam Anumanam Chatushtayam Pramaneshu Anavasthanat Vikalpat Sa Virajyate. So, Virajyate totally withdraws from. Saha Virajyate means that Jignasu and that Jnani. From what he does Virajyate and where he goes into, he does Virajyate from Vikalpat. Vikalpa is multitude, manyness. All that multitude, manyness, in our simple language, Dvaita. So Dvaita Vikalpa Savirajyate and goes into what? Ekameva Advaya Anubhuti. How he does Virajyate from Dvaita Vikalpa to enter into Ekameva Advaya Anubhuti? By totally rejecting the presence of Dvaita by all means. And what are the main four means? When they are adapted, Vikalpa is not there is proved. Thus, in the usage of those four things only, one does virajyata from vikalpa, then he enters into the nirvikalpa ekameva atma. So dvaita vikalpat virajyate ekaveva advaya atma tattva, which is nirvikalpa, he will enter into that. Vikalpa is dvaita, nirvikalpa is ekameva advaita. Manyness is dvaita, no many, only one without second is advaita. So vikalpatha virajyate is understood that he will pull himself away from the notion of dvaita and enters into the experience of advaita, which is absolute reality. Why? How? Because four pramanas, when they are used, in all the four cases, this dvaita is not there, it is proved. And while using those pramanas genuinely, in his heart, that dvaita is there, that bhava starts going away. That's the meaning of using the pramanas. So, what is the first pramana? Shruti pramana. What is Shruti pramana? Oh, Bapre, every day we are studying our Upanishads. Sarvam hi etat brahma ayam brahma. And the most famous is Ekameva dvayam brahma. Neha nanasti kinchana. Murtyosya mrityuma apnoti yeha nana iva pashyati. Every Upanishad it is said. That was Shruti pramana. Ekameva dvayam brahma neha nanasti kinchana. Either Shruti, which says Ekameva Brahma alone is real. Nana rupa dvaita kinchana api nasti. This is Shruti pramana. Like that, in so many Upanishads, so many these pramanas are said. And mind you, every Upanishad might be tackling so many slokas, so many topics, but the final conclusion of all of them is to arrive to this final truth only. That final truth in that Upanishad, which is called as Mahavakya, in some cases it might be told in the beginning, some places in the middle, some places the end, in some places all the three places. But to tell that only Upanishad is spoken. That's called Shruti Pramana. Because Shruti ka Pramana to isme hai Brahmadvitiye Shruteya Pramanam. So Shruti is Pramana for the Advaya Brahma only. Shrutis have come only for that. And only Shruti is Pramanam for Brahmadvitiya, then the Anubhava later on. Shruti Pramanam. Second is Pratyaksha Pramana. Pratyaksha Pramana is experience. Experience. Tatra pratyaksham chaitanyam eva. That is a final experience. When, see, simple logics. We will not talk many things here. Explanation is like this. Are you seeing the world of multiplicity? Yeah. How are you seeing them? Three upadhis only. Now, one common sense is what? Anything seen by anything else will have its influence on the scene. It may be micro, very micro, but its effect. Like you are having a cup of tea. Tea directly आप पी रहे हो क्या? नहीं. So you are drinking it in the variety of cups. It can be steel cup, it can be silver cup, it can be golden, it may be copper, it may be the कागज से बना हुआ आजकल जो कर रहे हैं प्रमोट, it can be प्लास्टिक वाला, और सबसे बढ़िया मटका ना, मटका चाय, मटका या जो भी कहते हैं उसको, गड़ाला. Remember, you are drinking tea, but definitely you are not drinking exactly the tea. Even it may be micro level, but the container will have its effect. You may not recognize it, but it will have its effect. When it is touching that container, something or the other from that container, either it is taking or it is leaving to it. That's why same चाय अलग अलग बर्तन में लगाओ, उसका टेस्ट बदलता है. And if you see from health standpoint, you should not take in those बर्तन only they say. Some तो इसी में ले लो कहते हैं. अब उसका एक बड़ा व्यापार चलेगा. Even if you take the tea in the hand and drink, still whatever they in the hand, that will also influence the tea. वो गर्मी सर्दी को भी बदल देगा, फिर उसके टेस्ट को भी बदल देगा, वो गुण को भी बदल देगा. That's why I see that homeo medicine, they don't allow you to touch the pill with the finger. सीधा उसमें डाल लो, ले लो कहते हैं. That doesn't mean it is freed from influence. तो ढक्कन का असर उस पर होता है, but it is lesser than if you put it in your hand. Therefore, that allow they. Otherwise, how do you take it then? What we are explaining here is anything you perceive through medium. Anything when you see it through medium, it will have its influence. थोड़ा तो होगा ही. So what is the conclusion of it? Therefore, you are not seeing or experiencing things as they are, colored only by upadhi or experience. First, be clear about this logic. Understand? Then come to the next level. What is that? Then how to experience the world as it is in reality. Only one way is remove all the media. You know that media can same news, every news channel, how differently it puts. When you read it, na, ये confusing होता है. When PM says a sentence, how the PM related or PM को महान मानने वाले channels उसको उसी में से अर्थ निकालते हैं. ये जो कट्टर विरोधी है, what they say, it is such a tension, such a different thing it is. Mind blowing it is, mind. Ukraine and Russia. Now, what is India's stand? No, India strongly says Russia भाई युद्ध नहीं है, तकनीक मिलके बात करो. Then those who support him, they say that, and those who oppose him, you are डरपोक को, तुमको उक्रेन को हेल्प करना. अब उक्रेन नालायक ने क्या किया हमको क्या पता, that इसको इतना जलन हो रही क्यों लड़ रहा है. But the very painful thing is more than 500 people died today in that attack of the all these ICBM, ballistic missiles, etc. अब दैट इज पेनफुल ओनली. अब युद्ध है तो होता ही है वो, हमको तो टच ही नहीं करता. एवरीडे वी आर सीइंग थाउजेंड्स ऑफ वानरास राक्षस डाइंग इन अवर रामायण. At that level, you can be sympathetic from humanitarian grounds. But in the war, it is decided now. The America is sending so many troops to that Levia Kivi. Knowingly only he sends, and the soldiers who are going, they also know जी के आएंगे ना ये पता नहीं. That's how their minds are molded that way by the army, by themselves. So matching होता है वो. What I am saying is what? To anything said, the interpretation will be different. Depends on the person's his own inner coloring. Why you take Bhagavad Gita? कोई कहते हैं कर्मयोग बता रहे, कोई कहते हैं ज्ञान योग बता रहे, कोई अष्टांग योग, कोई कहते हैं सर्वधर्मान परित्याग का भक्ति है, कोई शरणागति है, कोई कहते हैं ये तो युद्ध में जीतने के लिए आते हैं. अब everything is each one. So what is the way to see the world as it is? Remove the upadhi. When all upadhis are removed, be attentive. Then how do you experience the world as, just like Chaitanyam? Like Chaitanyam, Chaitanyam only. That's why tat pratyaksham Chaitanyam eva. निरुपाधि का दृष्टि से देखोगे तो आप चैतन्य को ही देख रहे हो. अब चैतन्य को देखेगा क्या? नहीं. फिर क्या हो रहा है? उसमें अलगपन निकल जा रहा है. What is the अलगपन जाना? There is only one without second conscious principle is there. This anubhuti is called as pratyaksha pramana. Now for us pratyaksha pramana is the instruments, eyes and ears and all, indriya. But they are coloring already we said. So remove them to see the world as it is. When you see the world without the upadhi, you will see it as pure chaitanyam. So Shruti said, Ekameva Dvayam Brahma Nyananast. Pratyaksham, when you remove all the intermediate upadhis, you will see that also Pratyaksham Chaitanyam Eva. Aitihyam. In the Ityasa, every of the book, all the rishis, munis, unanimously they said their experience that Jagat Mithya, Mithya, Mithya only. So from there, Aitihya also, the Dvaita is removed or rejected. Here Dvaita is called as Vikalpaha, na? Vikalpaha, Vikalpatsa virajyate. There is no more Vikalpa. Third one is Aitihyam. Then the fourth one is what is called as then Anumanam. What is the Anumanika Pramana? Because it's continuously changing and after some time it is disappearing. Therefore, it is unreal. When it is unreal, it is unreal, the it is not there. This is called अनुमान प्रमाण. क्योंकि सत्य है तो हमेशा होना है, जैसा का वैसा होना है. निरंतर बदल रहा है, डिसअपियर भी हो रहा है. So it's only question of waiting for disappearance only. Otherwise, it is not there even while it is seen. That's called Anumana Praman. It is on the way of disappearance. Not yet disappeared. Like we are all on the way of dying, not yet died. But we are going to die. That is a fact. That is not changeable. It is. Today I am not totally died, but for dying after whatever the number of time, I am going towards that only. Like when you light the stove and put the chawal there, at the very first second, the rice is not cooked. But that first second has its own contribution in the cooking, which may take 20 minutes. But it's a beginning. That is how it starts. You cannot reject it. You can't say 20 minutes के बाद जो cooking हुआ वही cooking है. नहीं कह सकते हैं. हर मिनट में जो हो रहा है वो सब मिलकर ही वो है. In the same way, in the Anumana Pramana, it is not there. It appeared. It is disappearing. For Anumanika Pramana Vyakti, not there is reality. Appearance, disappearance only. It's not giving them unnecessary imagination that it is real. So Suti Pramana, Pratyaksha Pramana, Aitya Pramana, Anumana. To all the Pramana, what is proved is this Dvaita or Vikalpa, he is not there. From that he virajyate. Such inquirer. The one who is using these four Pramanas. Pramaneshu Anavasthana. In these four Pramana, the Dvaita being rejected, therefore he drops the unnecessary concept which is holding on that the Dvaita is real. He drops that one. This is the final point. Pramaneshu anavasthanat vikalpat sa virajyate. Then what is there? Nirvikalpa ekameva dvayam brahma. This is jnanasthiti. For that, how much struggle, how much inquiry, how much giving up, how much of all the karma bhakti ashtanga sadhanas, everything, how much drashta bhav, sakshi bhav, dhyanam, सब मिलकर कोई भी चीज अपने आप नहीं बन रहा है. You know, for a fruit to come, mango, how much every leaf working, branch working, trunk working, roots working, contribution of sunlight, the water, the earth, the minerals, सब मिलकर है बाबा. ऐसे नहीं बनता वो. See, when those creepers give the big Loki वगैरह सब्जी, इतना बड़ा Loki, but that creeper should first it has to come out of the earth from the seed, then find its own support, grow, then slowly yield to the flower. It is so delicate. और कोई पंछी आ गया तो फ्लावर गिर जाता है, वो हवा आ गया तो उड़ जाता है, उससे बचाते हुए from that slowly it comes. इतना टाइनी होता है, धीरे as you see, within few days it will become big pumpkin or all those things. Very Vijitra. But it has taken its own process. But it is worthy. In the experience of truth, all the bandages created by the untruth, unreal, duality go away. Therefore, it is worth. देखो, ये दो बातें कह के छोड़ता हूं. असत्य हमेशा हारता है, इसलिए इसको कितने भी तुम प्रयत्न करो, हारने वाले हो. सत्य ही अल्टीमेटली जीतेगा. इसलिए सत्य में जीतने के लिए जितना भी त्याग या मेहनत करना पड़े वो वर्दी है. Whether it is Lokika Vyavahara, whether it is in the absolute spiritual sadhana. What, Satyameva Jayate is in the world as well as spiritual. Ultimately, the realization of the self alone give liberation. No other thing. Therefore, whether it takes 1,000 lives, whether it takes lot of sacrifices, remember all of them are worthy for it. If you are convinced about it, then you are matured. Then you will give up sleep. You give up the senses and involving through the senses. Then you give up unnecessary thoughts and worries of the mind. Then you take up the sadhana that is to be done. Like, you have to get married to your daughter. After all, it is my daughter's marriage. Why after all? First of all, therefore, you don't leave any stone unturned. Every effort required for getting her married to a suitable bridegroom within the big way as much as possible. Don't you try? Because getting her married, sending her, gives her life settlement. पूरा मन कैसा लगता है देखो समय, रिश्ता ढूंढना, फिर हर बार डाउट भी करना, फिर फेथ भी रखना, ये है ये नहीं ये नहीं ये नहीं, somehow एक फिक्स होता है, once fixed that fixed, then preparation, then 1 week before, then 2 days before, on the day you forget everything. So to one, when you want to realize the truth, you have to know that truth realization alone gives ultimate liberation. Then for that, all that is required, you have to do. You have to do it joyfully. When you have to do the marriage to your daughter, do joyfully, whether you take the loans, whether you spend the money, whether you work hard to do all the things. Nowhere you can have misery. Everywhere you will have only one force. Brother, it is my daughter's marriage, तो खुशी से करोगे, है ना? मेरे बेटे का पढ़ाई खुशी से करोगे. और द अदर वे राउंड, माई डॉटर्स पढ़ाई, बेटे का शादी, क्योंकि इसमें पढ़ाई में ये सुधरेगी, शादी करो तो वो सुधराएगी इसको. सुधार देगी. Just know a very nice pun of the words click to me. There are only two types of people. One is Sudhir, second is Sudhar. The Sudhira is so intelligent, therefore he need not get married to get molded. The other one is not Sudhir. To get him married, then only will be Sudhar. All ego, selfishness will be removed so much that the only way is you have to sacrifice your own personal things. Then only you will enjoy life in the marriage. In fact, the Grahastha ashram is the biggest sadhana. If one can do it successfully, the one who has sannyasa and adhyatmika is very easy. Anyway, that's not our subject. Chatushloki Jnanam is over. Now Karma Yoga. Karmanam Parinamitvad Avirinchat Amangalam Vipaschina Suram Paschat Adhishtamadhishtavat. In 2 lines, everything regarding Karma Yoga, its utility is a limitation. Bhagavan tells it. Tomorrow we'll touch that subject. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachite Purnasi Purnamadaya Purnameva Avashishite. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Sri Guru Bhyo Namaha. बोल कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय, श्री भागवत महापुराण की जय, सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. As I told you, our Bhagavata for these 10 days will be तगड़ा to our morning Upanishads. सुनना ही पड़ेगा आपको, अब नहीं तो कब सुनोगे, सब्जेक्ट आया तो. चलो हिंदी रामायण.